Hi, welcome back to our channel. And in this video, I'm going to discuss how to stick to what you're doing. So, what I mean is, have you ever encountered a moment in your life where you found something new that you wanted to do and you're so motivated, and then you do it? Maybe you've done continue doing it for the next few days, or maybe even the next few months. You continue to do it, and then you suddenly stop. You couldn't push through, and that's what I meant. And the short answer to how to stick to that something that you want to do is to not focus on the results or not fall in love with the results, but instead to fall in love with the process. So when I started, I was obsessed with being an animator. I really liked the idea of becoming one, and uh, I have seen lots of amazing animations that when I look at them, I'm like, I want to make something like that. So that was my initial motivator. But when I tried to actually do the animation, try to draw the animation, I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with sketching out, sketching, conceptualizing, doing the keyframes, doing the in betweens, and being particular with the timing and spacing of my animation. I also fall in love with looking at other people's work, other people's animation, and breaking it down and learning from others. I also like or enjoy the process of learning from others. And in today's time, it's easier to learn from others. There are lots of online classes, online courses, and I like I like enrolling in those because I get to see other animators' process, and I get to see if that fits to my process. And that whole package of learning, teaching, breaking down, trying things out, and seeing what works and what doesn't work, that whole process, that whole package, that is what I'm loving to do. That's what I'm enjoying now. And along the way, I just forget about the initial obsession of becoming an animator, and I just get lost in that process. And that's what I meant by falling in love with the process and not the results. Because if we focus on the results, and once we've tried, or if I have tried animating and the result wasn't that good, it would be easy for me to give up if I was focused on the results. But because when I did the animation, I enjoyed the whole process of learning, trying things out, and teaching it along the way. I mean, that whole loop, uh, I fell in love with that. And that's what keeps me going. So even if I don't create the best animation, I don't stop, and I just continue. And I think that kind of mindset is applicable to any field. Let's say dancing. I'm not a dancer, but I believe that the concept is still the same. That you shouldn't focus, or you shouldn't fall in love with the idea of being a dancer, or fall in love with the idea of performing on stage. I think what you should be in love with is the process of learning how to dance. Stretching, exercising, getting fit so you could try the moves that you couldn't do before. The process of learning a new dance step, the process of practicing dancing with your teammates or finding a mentor to learn from. That whole package is what you should be falling in love with. And I think that the results is a byproduct of how much you enjoy the process. I'm not saying that setting goals, for example, is bad. Actually, it's good. And I set goals all the time. We at the studio, we set goals all the time. Goals set us on track. But what I'm saying is we shouldn't focus on those results, on those goals. We should focus on enjoying what we do, enjoying the process. We started our Instagram at around 2015, 2016, and the reason why we decided to enter Instagram is we want more clients. We want to grow our social following so we could have more clients. And at the beginning, the performance was so bad. Engagement was very low. Our studio isn't known. I'm not known as an animator too, and we didn't have any social following. Um, every video that we post on Instagram would have like 10 views, 20 views, and our we could also have maybe a follower of 1 to 2 followers in every 2 to 3 weeks or so. But something amazing really happened when we tried Instagram was that uh, I was starting to fall in love with the platform itself. I begin to enjoy Instagram as a whole, and uh, along the way when we tried to do those posts, I get to enjoy thinking of what post or what video to post next. I begin to enjoy the process of thinking what caption to use or what hashtags to use. And I find myself looking at our feed and trying to curate it, not to gain more followers, but just for me. I just want our profile to look good and trying to figure out what our audience finds valuable. And with that process, our posts improved over time. And as we improved, people start to notice, people start following. So around 2018, we reached about 5,000 followers. And at 2019, I think we reached around 12,000 followers. And now, 2020, we are about 28,000 followers. That is not a lot by Instagram standards. You see also other accounts with 1 million followers. So 28 is a very small number. But considering from 0 to 28,000, I think that is an achievement, especially if we're not really that known. And we were able to do that not because we focused or we fell in love with the result. We were able to reach that because we fell in love with the process. We fell in love with the process in order for us to reach that goal. And I think that's also the same with our YouTube account here. Um, we've had this channel for quite a while already. As far back 2011, the same time that we started our studio. And the initial purpose of our YouTube channel was to make it as our portfolio. We post client work so that potential clients could see the work that we've done, and the purpose of that is to gain more client. And just recently, we've decided to shift focus. We decided to um, make this more of an educational platform where we would share what we know. So if you would look back into our videos, you would not anymore see any client works. We've removed all of them. And what you'll see is content. And these are new content. And as you can see, the engagement is low. It's about 100 to 200 views. And that is not much compared to our Instagram account. For in our Instagram account, we would now average about 5,000 views per post. Sometimes we reach 10,000. Sometimes we reach 20,000 to 30,000 views. So compare that to our YouTube account, 100 to 200. It's very low. And if I would focus on the results, or I fell in love with the results, and I see the results are not meeting my expectations, I would get discouraged, and eventually I would stop. Maybe I would say to myself, I would call it quits, and then I'll just stop. But we're still going to continue even if we don't get the results that we want. We're still going to continue posting videos because I genuinely find this amusing. I genuinely enjoy uh, creating videos like this. I enjoy tinkering with my camera settings, figuring out the best light setup. I've been looking at other vlogs, breaking down their videos, and trying to replicate what I see. And I enjoy that whole process. So even if we don't reach our goal or our expectations, we're still going to continue because we now fell in love with the process of video making. So I'm not sure if this channel would grow big. Well, if you want to help us, you could always share this video, but no pressure. But uh, it doesn't matter anymore if we would reach that because we just enjoy the process. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. To don't don't fall in love with the results. Fall in love with the process. And that is all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. And I hope you're not going to stop. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're so compelled, please leave us a comment. If you feel inspired, please leave us a comment. Or, just comment anything if you want. Um, and if you also want to support us so that we could continue making videos like this, we have a Patreon page, which I would also link in the description below. And we also give access to our project files to our Patreon supporters if that's your thing. I'm also going to recommend some books. These are Amazon affiliate links. And if you're going to purchase those books using our link, that's going to give us a little bit of kickback, but that would help us a lot at no extra cost to you. So that's one way of supporting us. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next video.